all encountered those magnetic people who seem to attract VIP status to them. They win all the things, they have the respect, they got the vibes. And what if I told you the secret lies not in their status, appearance, or what they have, but in the powerful internal shift that is accessible to anyone? Hi, everyone. I'm Stefi Lane. Welcome to Magnetic Online Leaders Podcast. This podcast is all about VIP status. So, you may have heard the phrase treat others how you want to be treated, but the real game changer is treating yourself how you want to be treated. When you start to embody the qualities of VIP, of royalty, a remarkable shift occurs in your external reality. And actually, one of the shifts that's gonna happen is not necessarily the most comfortable and quote unquote not the best shift. Let me tell you on this one. I have a lot of experience with this one, unfortunately. When you start to claim your VIP status, when you start to claim your magnetism, when you start to be like, I am important, I have something to share, you're going to irk. I love that word, irk. You're going to upset a lot of people. You're going to upset maybe family members, maybe cousins, maybe past clients, maybe past lovers. Maybe you're just going to upset people because they're so used to you being a secondary character in their story, in their timeline. And when you start to take this quote unquote main character energy, this VIP status energy, and this happened to me, I've gotten upset with my friends that have done this too. So this is something that I have had to work on. I've had to know that there's enough energy, there's no pie in the sky that says, "Oh, only Steffi can have, like, 50% and only Jane can have 20 or something." There's no pie in the sky that says that. But what happens is we think it's a limited resource, and there's no limited resource. There's no limit to unstoppable confidence. There's no limit to that because to get respect, to get the VIP status, to do the things, it's the internal shift. And what happens is the relationships that don't serve you are going to fall away. People are going to say things like, "Oh, you've changed," or "You're so different," or "What happened?" or she thinks she's all that kind of thing behind your back. You're gonna get those things. But this is what you want. This is what you want. You want this to happen because on the flip side, picture this. You walk into a door, heads are turning, your aura is eluding your confidence, you're self-assured, you have this uh essence about you. People go out of their way to ensure that you're comfortable, you're satisfied. Are you okay? And this type of treatment isn't reserved for a certain type of person or the elite. It's a reality that you can embrace, that you can create, I should say, by adapting this VIP status, this mindset. Because, but I will say it's not very comfortable. Okay. Because I used to be the queen of self doubt, of fear, of people pleasing, of constantly seeking validation from my friends, from people. Like, I remember I used to workshop my decisions to everybody, like, what do you think about this? What should I do? No, 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 no. But when I discovered the power of this VIP status, everything started to change. Everything started to click. People suddenly started to go out of their way to assist me. I was getting upgrades. I was getting treated well. And it also how you have this like invisible crown that commands respect and that commands attention. And people are like, ooh, I've got to listen. I've got to understand this. And what really is great about the VIP status is there's no more trying to prove yourself. There's no more prove it energy. I mean, of course, there's going to be sometimes prove it, but like recently I went out to dinner and everybody was talking and talking over each other, and that's kinda actually one of my pet peeves. But not everybody goes into circles and lets everyone speak. But, uh, yeah, so there was, like, this people were just talking, 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 and I remember thinking to myself, "I have to say something. I have to insert myself in this conversation." I was like, "No, I have nothing to say. When I have something to say, I will say it." And then I remember leaning back and I said something. And I said it quietly, so people have to lean in. So this is actually a seduction tactic that you can do. I had people lean in and listen, because I had something important to say. And then I stopped and then I let the conversation continue. But that is respect. And the thing about respect and VIP status is you got to know what respect means to you. Respect is, loving the person's admiration, their qualities, really like looking up to a person and looking up to yourself. And respect is earned. I do believe that. But I have this compass or I have this grading system per se where I always respect people at the very beginning. I will always respect you in the beginning. And then if you show me who you are and we're just not vibing, then my respect level will change. And maybe your respect level for me will change. But I really need to understand what respect means because the best part of this VIP status of your transformation is you start to see your external reality completely change. And then it's these mindsets, it's the energetics, it's the behaviors that anyone can adopt, but they're not always comfortable to do. Also, side note, make sure you go to stefilane.com to get my amazing freebie that I have for you and get on my list so you never miss a podcast and that you get updated and just stay in the loop. I want you in the VIP circle. Okay. Because the reason we want VIP status is we want to elevate our careers. We want to be entrepreneurs. We want to be magnetize ideal clients. We want to move throughout the world looking confident, looking like shit. She knows what she's talking about because unlocking this part of you is going to give you more access to who you truly are. And when you are walking in your VIP status, it gives others permission to do so as well. Are you gonna trigger people? Absolutely. You are absolutely gonna trigger and upset people because who does she think she is? Let's say all the negative things. Who does she think she is? She's so conceited. All she cares about is this. Um, she's not a good person, blah, 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 right? I'm sure insert the things that you have heard other people say. And it's really quite hurtful because I feel like when you really love yourself and you put yourself first and you have this VIP status, you have space for other people's greatness. You have space for other people's bigness. But then other people don't think you have space for them and then they feel little and insignificant around you. And it hurts. It breaks my heart every time it's happened. It's happened with really good friends. It's happened with clients. It's just happened in my life. I got kicked out of a quinceañera because I was, you know, that's another story, but I got kicked out of a mastermind one time too. This is something I had to work on, but I've been kicked out of things and there was a lot of abandonment wound that I had to look at. But I got kicked out of things because I was quote unquote too cocky or too much. And I've really had to learn to play with this my too much energy to really make a name for myself. Right? We're doing this because yes, we're doing this for the glam and the fame and the status and the celebrity and the thing. But really, it's really who you become. And it's really who you are and this shapes you. Becoming and tapping into your VIP status shapes you. Ugh. Anyways, I feel like this is going to be a part 1, and then there's gonna be a part 2, there's gonna be a part 3. Like, I can talk about this for days, but I wanna keep these nice and short for today. Thank you so much for joining me on the Magnetic Online Leader podcast. If you can, take a screenshot, post this on social, tag me, Stefi Lane, and I'll talk to you all soon. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me on the Magnetic Leader podcast. I'm so happy you're here. If you found this of value, please like, subscribe, and share this episode on your social media. I would be so appreciative, and it's really going to create a ripple effect for others. But wait, there's one more thing. If you are ready to dive deep into your magnetism, to understand your leadership, to understand what it takes to become a magnetic online leader, well, I've got something special for you. Head over to stefilane.com and sign up to become part of my exclusive magnetic list. You're going to get updates, personal invitations, insights, videos, a front row seat to your transformation because it's all happening and you definitely want to be in on it. Again, stefilane.com. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us today. Your presence meant so much. So until next time, Take care, and I'll catch you on the next episode of the Magnetic Online Leader podcast.